YouTube, what's good? Coach Rod here. I want to talk about why should a man pay when dating and where does it come from? First of all, I want to see this right here. We living in a whole different society where the culture have changed. The culture is different. We live in a society where men does not understand the role of a man anymore, and men does not understand what it means to be a man. And I believe it's because most majority of men in this day and age are not raised by a man. They are raised by their mother. And in order for a young boy to grow up to be a man, he must have a man in his life demonstrating what men should do in the house, demonstrating, seeing that a man is leading, providing, and protecting. And y'all know I'm real big on that. Now you got a lot of men saying I don't believe in gender roles and stuff like that. And you gotta understand too the women movement and everything. So this is what caused a lot of this stuff that's going on the dating stage when you got women who still been raised, who still have morals and values, and their morals and values are that a man supposed to treat a woman on the date, and the man's supposed to pay for the date. But then again, you got a bunch of men saying that women want equal rights, get them equal rights. So I really trying to figure out how to level the playing field. But it's kind of hard to level the playing field when you have a lot of women in this day and age who are allowing a man to, go Dutch with them on a date, who are allowing a man, say nothing wrong with a man going 50-50 in a relationship, in a marriage. So that's what we got going on. And I just want to try to level the playing field the best way I can. But where does it come from? Where does it come from? It comes from the Bible. That a man's supposed to treat a woman on a date, it comes from the Bible. Yeah. If you read the Bible teaches men how to treat women. And it also teaches the women how to treat men. If you read the Bible, it says that a man, should love his wife as Christ loved the church. Now, in the dating stage, I understand they are not married. I understand that they are not husband and wife, and the man is not obligated to pay for the dates during the dating stage. I get that he's not obligated, but it is the way of God that men show generosity towards women. And the reason why I say that is because I read the book of Ruth. In the book of Ruth, it talks about Boaz and Ruth and Naomi. And I want you to understand this. In that book, Boaz and Ruth wasn't married, but Boaz still showed generosity towards Ruth. If you read the story in the book of Ruth, chapter 2, Ruth told Naomi, let me go and clean in the field so we can have, food to eat, whatever. Naomi said, go ahead, my daughter. So Ruth went to Boaz's field. She went to Boaz's field and she began to clean in the field. So when Boaz came, he noticed Ruth in his field. So he asked his workers, his supervisors, who was there in my field? And they said, oh, that's Ruth, Naomi's daughter-in-law. Naomi's daughter-in-law, that is Ruth. So everybody knew about Ruth. Everybody knew that she was a woman of good character. Everybody knew that Ruth left left Moab, left her own town, her own family to follow her mother-in-law Naomi. So when Boaz knew that was Ruth, he began to show favor on Ruth. I want you to understand this. Now I know you're not gonna say, "Oh, that's in the Bible, Old Testament stuff." Oh, we don't go by that no more. But I know y'all gonna say that. I know the comments gonna come with that. But let me finish. Let me finish. So Boaz began to approach Ruth, and he showed generosity toward Ruth. They wasn't even married. They wasn't even married. And Boaz told Ruth, whenever you want some water, start working. You get all the water you want. When lunchtime came, Boaz made sure Ruth ate. He told Ruth, eat all you want to. You understand? Boaz did not tell Ruth, where your money at. You got to pay for this. Boaz showed generosity towards Ruth. And I want you to understand this. The book of Ruth is simply a story in the Bible that demonstrates the love that Christ have for the church. The love that God have for his people. That's what the book of Ruth is. It was an illustration about the love that God have for his people. And Ruth was a Moabite. She was not a Jew. She was not a part of the child of Israel, but Boaz still showed kindness upon her. And that is just an example of Ephesians chapter 5 and 25, to love your wife as Christ loved the church. That's where that come from. That's where that come from. So the book of Ruth is an example of how God treat the church. An example how Christ loved the church. And then Paul said, love your wife as Christ loved the church. Boaz was a type of Christ. He was a kinsman redeemer. He was a kinsman. A kinsman redeemer is somebody in that family. Like if a man died, like for example, if I die, my brother, he have the right to marry my wife and redeem her from poverty, because in the Bible days, the man was the sole provider. So when the man died, the woman is left to provide for herself, and the woman could become poor. So the next kin of my family could marry my wife. That is a kinsman redeemer, and redeem her out of her poverty. Boaz married Ruth, and he redeemed her out of her poverty, because that is an example of how Christ redeemed the church out of. You gotta be spiritual to understand this here. How Christ redeemed the church out of sin. Even though, listen to me now, even though that Ruth was a Moabite, even though we as Christians are not Jews, we are Gentiles, but because of our faith, Christ showed love and kindness towards us. And then it says in Ephesians 5 and 25, to love your wife as Christ loved the church. So that's where we get this from. Christ provides for the church. Christ feeds the church. He protects the church. He nourishes the church. He cherishes the church. He guides the church. He leads the church with love. It says in the Bible, my loving kindness have I drawn thee. And that's where we get this from. So when a man is dating a woman, he's supposed to show generosity towards that woman. And it is an insult for a man to allow a woman to pay money to get her hair done, to pay money to get that makeup on, to pay money to buy an outfit. And you know, a hairdo by itself won't cost way more than the man haircut. Let's be real. We man got to buy one outfit. And we go on a date with a woman and get our haircut. The most I would pay for a haircut is like $30. Did the most. Come on. And then for a man to say you pay your portion of the bill, that's not being Boaz. Ruth had to pay for nothing. Boaz showed generosity toward Ruth, and Boaz gave to Ruth, and Boaz made sure Ruth was protected. Because Boaz told his supervisor, his workers, I want y'all to watch Ruth. Watch her. She come in the field whenever she want to. Every day throughout the whole harvest season, Ruth could come in the field. He told Ruth, don't go in nobody else's field to glean. Only glean in my field. Why did he tell Ruth that? To protect Ruth. Because he know if Ruth would go in somebody else's field, that she could have got molested, she could have got raped or harm to her. So Boaz told her, only glean in this field. And he told his workers to watch out for Ruth. If anybody mess with Ruth, you come and let me know. Let her glean all she want and don't even bother her. Let her drink all the water she want and don't even bother her. And at the end of the day, when Ruth went back home to Naomi, Boaz fill her up with some more grain. Boom. He just loaded up. Boom. And Ruth took it back home to Naomi. And Naomi's like, where you get all this from? Oh, Boaz. Understand me? Show me one time in that scripture where Boaz said, you got to pay your half for this here. You got to pay for this. Boaz showed generosity towards Ruth. And that's where we get this from. It is part of Christian morals and value that a man show kindness and generosity towards his wife. And when a man show kindness and generosity towards his wife or his woman or his girlfriend, because again, Boaz and Ruth wasn't married, but Boaz still showed generosity towards Ruth before they got married. So that tells me God wants us to treat women with respect. God wants us to honor women. And as we honor women in return, women are supposed to honor us and respect and reverence us. That shows me that God wants us to show generosity towards women. Now listen, women want equal rights. The equal right movement, the women empowerment, I don't care nothing about that. That is not God's idea. That was not God plan. That was men plan. That was society idea, not God. So just because society have changed, just because society say a woman can do the same thing a man can do, and listen, I'm not saying that a woman can't do the same job a man can do. That's not what I'm saying. I understand about the women empowerment, the women movement, and all this stuff. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, God still wants the man to be generous towards women. Even though y'all ain't married, but if you tomorrow you want to marry this woman, you supposed to be generous toward this woman. And when this woman go on a date with you, even if she offer to pay, you supposed to say, listen, I got this here. And I'm gonna say this, ladies. Cause some women say, I don't feel like I should offer. Some women don't mind offering. Nothing wrong with offering, my opinion. But if you offer to pay your portion of the bill, if that man agree with you and he allow you to pay a portion of the bill, pay your portion. And that should be the last date. Never talk to him again. You understand me? Because a real man, a grown man, he will never let you pay your portion of the bill. But a grown male, see, there's a difference between a grown man and a grown male. A grown man, he knows it's his responsibility to provide and to protect whether or not y'all married. And I'm not talking about paying bills. Now, he shouldn't be paying your bills. I get that. Y'all two individual people, two independent one another. I get that. But a man can't make sure you got food in your stomach, and he talking about he gonna ask you out on a date, and then you gotta pay your portion of the bill. You had to pay to get your hair done, your nail done. If you can find somebody to watch the kids, you had to pay somebody to watch the kids, and then you gonna pay your portion of the bill. Listen, and most majority of my followers are Christians. Most majority of my subscribers are Christians, and I got some Muslims, and and different people, and most majority of religions, Muslims, Christians, and all that, they are taught that men should honor and respect their women, take care of their women. If those are your morals and values, if you are a Christian, or if you whatever religion you are, and your morals and you was raised that a man supposed to protect and provide for you, if those are your morals, don't change your morals and values for nobody. Because I do believe there are still some good men out there that when you meet them, y'all gonna have the same morals and same values. You understand? Those are Christian morals and Christian values. And then I'm sick and tired of these young, new Christian people coming in here talking about, in my comment section, talking about, equal right. Oh, things change. We don't live in the back in the days no more, in 1950 no more. This 2020. I don't care what it is. God's word don't never change. I don't care what it is. I believe in gender roles. I believe that a man should protect a woman. So if you're saying you don't believe in gender roles, That means if you laying in the house with a woman, if you in the bed with a woman, y'all sleeping together, y'all living together. I don't care if she ain't your wife. Well, she ain't your wife, you shouldn't be doing that together. But everybody ain't saved. Everybody don't do what God say. So I get that. But this doesn't matter if it's your wife or your girlfriend or whoever. If you with a woman, if an intruder come inside that house, it's your job to protect that woman and those kids, not the woman. You was created to be a fighter and a protector. So I do believe in gender roles. And I don't believe in no gender role. I believe in gender roles. There's some things I'm not going to let my wife do. There's some things I'm not going to let my woman do. When we get a flat tire, it's my role to change the tire, not my wife. Not my wife. I believe in gender roles. That's me. I'm old school. I'm traditional when it comes down to relationships. There's certain things I believe a man should not allow his wife to do. And if those are your morals and your values, do not change. Do not change your belief, your morals, your values, because we living in 2020 and things are different. Men not the same no more. I don't care if you stay single for another 5 or 10 years. Until you find a man that's gonna, because I'm telling you, whenever you listen, in relationship, there may have to be some compromise. You might have to compromise on how a man look or something, but never compromise on your morals and your values. Your core values and your core beliefs and your morals and your standards. You don't compromise on those things right there. You understand that? Whenever you compromise on those things, you are selling it. And whenever you settle, you're not going to be happy. And this is why I tell y'all about the 50-50 man. Don't settle for that mess. You deserve better. You deserve better. Don't settle for that. It's a doggone shame that we are living in the age now where you got a war going on between men and women when it comes down to dating. Who should pay? Where do it come from? It comes from a good book. It comes from the Word of God. And as a Christian, and whatever belief you are, even if you're not a Christian, you're a Jehovah's Witness or whoever you are, I'm pretty sure that they pretty much teach the same thing. That a man's supposed to show generosity towards women. Period. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no 50, this 2020. I don't want to hear that. That doesn't mean nothing. When it comes down to your morals and values, you got to be like Chick-fil-A. Because when you honor God, God will honor you. And that is why Chick-fil-A is one of the most successful fast food chains out. Because Chick-fil-A got morals, Christian morals, and Christian values, and they refuse to settle and accept the new age stuff when it comes down to same-sex marriage. The CEO, the president, spoke out against that, and you got a lot of people who got mad with them protest Chick-fil-A. Don't you know when that happened, Chick-fil-A made more money? They got more business when that happened. And a lot of people who they interview, and they say, why you supporting Chick-fil-A? And you see what they believe in. Some people say, I don't agree with what they believe in, but I'm still going to support Chick-fil-A. That's favor. People supporting you and they don't believe in all your values and your morals, but they still buying your food. That's favor. God will honor you when you honor God. That's my point. When you stick to your morals and values and let the 3 Hebrew boys in the Bible, Meshach, Rashach, and Abednego, and Daniel, them boys said, we are not going to bow down to this society. We refuse to compromise on our morals and our values. We ain't going to bow. We ain't going to bow. They told the king, because we know God's going to deliver us from your hand. And even if he don't deliver us, we still ain't going to bow. And that is why God favored and honored them, because they refused to bow. They refused to accept society. The society that they was living in. The sinful nature that they was living in. Worship is something different that they don't believe in. Them boys said, we ain't going to settle. And that's how you got to be. Be like Chick-fil-A. Be like the 3 Hebrew boys. and say, guess what? I'm not going to settle on my morals and my values. Because when you honor God, God will honor you. And that is why Chick-fil-A making way more money than Popeyes. Popeyes came out with that chicken sandwich and everybody going crazy. Oh, Chick-fil-A ain't got nothing on Popeyes. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Popeyes just now starting getting a big long line when they came out with that Chick-fil-A. Not with that Chick-fil-A, but with that chicken sandwich they came out with. Oh, now people want to wrap the line around the building for chicken sandwich at Popeyes. Sit down somewhere. Listen, I go all over the country. I done been to Chick-fil-A in almost every state. In every city, in every state a Chick-fil-A is, you gonna see a whole bunch of people crowding around. The parking lot gonna be full. Chick-fil-A is the only fast food restaurant that I see people outside walking in the drive-thru taking orders. 2 lines. They outside walking. Chick-fil-A the only one that I see. They're the first one that started doing it. And maybe some other restaurants doing it now, but Chick-fil-A is the first one who started doing that. You know why? Because God favoring Chick-fil-A because they refuse to compromise their morals and their values. In a society that says it's okay for same-sex marriage, they say we don't believe in that. We don't believe in that. We're going to stand on the principles of God. And as a Christian, if you was raised that way, if you were raised and you was taught and you saw in your family that the man provided and protected, your parents told you that a man supposed to provide for you, that a man supposed to pay for the dates and stuff like that, and you was told to be treated like a queen, guess what? Don't never change. Don't change your perspective to 2020. I don't care if it's 2030, 2040, 2050. I don't care what it is. Honor God. And God honor you. God will honor you. And that's where it comes from. And that is why a man should pay on dates. Because he is the head. He is the leader. If you are a man, you was created to lead. You was created to be a head. And a man who watching this video, some of y'all men got to understand this. You will never get a good woman until you understand this principle. When you, number one, become a good man, when you become a man that got values and morals and standards, you are going to attract a woman with values and morals and standards. That's why a lot of men who come to my videos, they are bitter because they don't have no values, no morals, no standards, so they can't attract a woman that got values and morals and standards. So they've been cheated on, which is true. They've been dogged out. They've been used for their money. They've been with women who cuss them out and talk like blah, 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 do all them cussing words towards them because they don't understand. You cannot attract a woman with values and morals and standards if you don't have none yourself. So don't get mad at me, brothers. I love you. Instead of you getting mad at me, become a man of value. Become a man with morals and standards. And I guarantee you, you will not attract those type of women. That means you will not choose those type of women. Understand this here. You will not choose those type of women because you know who you are as a man. I used to be the same way. Attract different types of women. Choose different types of women because guess what? I didn't know who I was. But now, if a woman uses too much profanity, guess what? Cole Rod ain't gonna date that. I ain't gonna touch her with a 10-foot pole. I don't care how fine she is. All that cussing, you cussing, Cole Rod ain't gonna date. I ain't gonna date that. Cause what? I got morals and values. Acting like a hood rat, hoodlum. I don't care how fine you is. You can be fine, I don't know what. I be like, oh yeah, you fine now. You bad. You bad. You fine, but guess what? I will not date you. I will not take you out on a date. I won't even ask you out. Because you know what? I got morals and I got values. So you men, instead of getting mad and complaining about my video, become a man of values and morals. Get some standards. And I guarantee you, you will attract a woman that has morals and values. I'm a living witness. The woman I got, she don't curse. She don't curse. I don't play that. All that my. If you're a woman watching and you like that, I'm not trying to judge you, but you need to work on yourself. Work on yourself. And if you curse a lot, hey, just say this here. In 2020, I'm gonna get better with my profanity. Because a lot of women want a good man. I want a God-fearing man. I want a man treat me like a queen. I want a man. You want all this here, but guess what? You still cursing. A good man that got morals and values and standards, that's a turnoff. And that is why you can attract the type of man you want. And I see it all the time. I see it all the time. You know, I'm going to shut up after I say this right because I know the video is kind of long. I was on Instagram one time, right? And I saw a post. And the lady posted, I got a mouth. I talk. You know, I'm a strong-minded woman and this and that right there. And I need a strong man to handle me. I said, that is so stupid. Then I look at the comment section. You got Christian women talking about, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's me all the way. That's me all the way. Then I go on their page. They talking about, I'm a God-fearing woman, looking for a God-fearing man. I'm Proverbs 31 woman. You a Proverbs 31 woman? And you just admitted that you got a mouth. You need a strong man, and nobody can't tell you nothing. That's not no Proverbs 31 woman. And that is why, one reason, not the only reason, that is one reason why a lot of women single and can't get a man. Because of your mouth, your attitude. I love you, but Cody White gonna keep it real with you. And some of y'all gonna get mad at me. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. A woman of morals and values should not walk around cussing, using the F word. That is a turnoff. And a good man, the good man that you want, he gonna look at you and be like, man. A good man, a God-fearing man. Oh, I want Boaz. And you right here cursing like a sailor. Boaz gonna look at you like, girl gone. Because Ruth didn't carry herself like that. Because Boaz told Ruth, everybody know that you are a woman of good character, of noble character. Because Ruth asked Boaz, why are you showing favor towards me by me being a Moabite woman? Why are you being so kind to me? Boaz said, because everybody know that you are a woman of good character. You are a woman of noble character. That is what attract Boaz to Ruth. Not her body. Not her body. The only man you're going to attract with your body by itself. Now, your body could be a reason that a man approach you, but if that's the only reason why a man approaches you, they ain't nothing but lust. It's your character. It's your character. So this for men and women. Become a man of morals and values. And a woman become a woman of morals and values, you will attract the same thing. This is where it comes from. And this is why a man should treat a woman on date. Because it is God's will for a man to show generosity towards a woman. And when a man is showing generosity towards a woman is supposed to reciprocate and respect and honor that man. Eddie Coach Rod, God bless you. If you don't agree with you, I love you anyways. If you do agree, give me a thumbs up. If you're mad with me, give me a thumbs down. I really don't care. But Eddie Coach Rod, God bless you.